September 21st, 1938. Along the peaceful shores of Long Island and New England, families went about their daily routines, unaware that their world was about to change forever. The day began like any other. Children played on the beaches, fishermen prepared their boats, and shopkeepers opened their doors, all under a calm, late summer sky. But beneath the surface, a silent threat was racing toward them. The U.S. Weather Bureau, relying on limited technology and sparse data, predicted a tropical system would curve harmlessly out to sea. They were wrong, fatally so. The storm's true path went undetected until it was far too late. The hurricane, later called the Long Island Express, accelerated north at nearly 60 miles per hour. Unprecedented for such a powerful storm, it moved with a speed and ferocity that stunned even seasoned meteorologists, leaving little time for warnings or preparations. Without warning, it slammed into Long Island, unleashing winds over 120 miles per hour, and then tore through Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. The storm's arrival was sudden and violent, catching thousands off guard. The storm surge, a wall of seawater over 15 feet high in places, inundated coastal communities in minutes. Streets became rivers, and entire neighborhoods vanished beneath the churning waves. Downtown Providence was submerged under 13 feet of water. City streets turned to violent rivers. Cars, streetcars, and debris floated through the city, swept along by the relentless current. Entire buildings were swept away, leaving behind devastation and disbelief. Homes, businesses, and landmarks that had stood for generations were reduced to rubble in a matter of hours. Nearly 700 people died, many caught by surprise with no time to escape. Thousands more were injured or left homeless, their lives forever changed by the storm's fury. Over 57,000 homes were damaged or destroyed, and the economic toll soared into the billions in today's dollars. The destruction stretched for hundreds of miles, leaving entire communities in shock. Forests were flattened, fishing fleets decimated, a disaster few in the Northeast thought possible. The landscape itself was forever altered, with scars that would take decades to heal. The hurricane exposed fatal flaws in the nation's weather warning system and shattered the myth that only the South was at risk. It was a sobering lesson in the power of nature and the limits of human preparedness. The shock of the Long Island Express forced America to rethink how it forecasts, tracks, and prepares for hurricanes. New investments in technology and communication would follow, forever changing the way the nation faced future storms. The Long Island Express was a wake-up call that changed everything, a storm that left a legacy of resilience, remembrance, and a renewed commitment to never be caught off guard again. Before World War II, hurricane forecasting was guesswork. Meteorologists relied on scattered ship reports, sporadic, inconsistent, and full of blind spots. Storms could form and strengthen in secret, with no way to track them until a ship happened to cross their path. By the time a storm was detected, landfall could be just days or hours away. Forecasts were built on connecting a few dots, often leading to incomplete or wrong predictions. The 1938 hurricane revealed the deadly consequences of this uncertainty. The Weather Bureau's failure wasn't for lack of effort, but a lack of technology and data. The tragedy made it clear, relying on chance encounters at sea was no longer acceptable. America needed a new, proactive approach to tracking hurricanes. After World War II, hurricane forecasting changed forever. The devastation of the war had shown the world the importance of preparation and early warning, and meteorologists were determined to apply these lessons to the natural world. In 1943, a daring pilot flew into a hurricane, proving aircraft could gather vital data from inside the storm. This bold act opened the door to a new era of storm research, inspiring others to follow. This led to the creation of the hurricane hunters, specialized planes flying directly into cyclones to collect real-time measurements. These missions were dangerous, but the information they brought back was invaluable. Dropsondes dropped from aircraft revealed a storm's structure and intensity, feeding data into forecast models and improving predictions. For the first time, scientists could see the inner workings of hurricanes as they happened. In 1960, the first weather satellite, Tyros-1, gave us our first view of hurricanes from space. Suddenly, storms could be tracked from above, offering a perspective never before possible. Satellites could now track storms from birth to landfall, ending the era of surprise hurricanes. Communities gained precious time to prepare, and lives were saved. Together, satellites, hurricane hunters, and Doppler radar created a multi-layered defense: discovery, detail, and landfall tracking. Each technology added a new layer of understanding and protection. Warnings became multi-day reliable advisories, not last-minute alarms. People could now make informed decisions, days in advance. The science of hurricane tracking had entered a new era, one defined by innovation, collaboration, and a relentless pursuit of safety for all. Even with all our modern technology and advanced forecasting tools, hurricanes can still surprise us in ways we don't always expect. Despite satellites, computer models, and real-time data, nature sometimes moves faster than our predictions. In 2005, Hurricane Wilma exploded from a tropical storm to a Category 5 monster in just 24 hours, a transformation that stunned even seasoned meteorologists. The storm's rapid intensification over the warm Caribbean waters was both dramatic and alarming. Hurricane hunters flew directly into the heart of the storm, recording a record low pressure of 882 millibars. This made Wilma not only the most intense hurricane of the 2005 season, but also one of the most powerful ever seen in the Atlantic basin. Forecasters watched this incredible intensification unfold in real time, but even with all their expertise, predicting such rapid changes remains a major challenge for science today. Wilma devastated Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, leaving behind widespread destruction, before crossing Florida as a major hurricane and causing massive power outages across the state. The storm maintained its strength as it swept across Florida, battering the Miami-Fort Lauderdale area with fierce winds, torrential rain, and flooding that overwhelmed neighborhoods. Over 6 million people lost power, some for weeks, forcing families to adapt to life without electricity and basic services in the aftermath. Wilma proved that even today, hurricanes can escalate with breathtaking speed, leaving little time for preparation and response. That's why constant monitoring, timely warnings, and public vigilance are absolutely essential to keep communities safe when storms threaten. The lesson is clear: never underestimate a hurricane's potential to change in a matter of hours. Staying informed and prepared can make all the difference when facing nature's most powerful storms. The deadliest threat in a hurricane isn't the wind, it's the storm surge. Storm surge is a massive dome of ocean water pushed ashore by hurricane winds, rising rapidly and flooding everything in its path. Just a few feet of surge can sweep away cars and people. In major storms, it can reach 20 feet or more. In the North Atlantic, the surge brings frigid water, causing cold shock and hypothermia, deadly risks for anyone caught outside. Evacuation orders are based on expected surge, not just wind speed. No home can withstand a 15-foot wall of seawater. When officials say to leave, it's because the ocean is about to reclaim the land. America's Atlantic and Gulf coasts are magnets for hurricanes. Warm waters fuel storms, and the Gulf of Mexico can supercharge them just before landfall. Coastal cities like Miami, New Orleans, and Houston have grown rapidly, placing millions in harm's way. Much of this development sits on low-lying land, highly vulnerable to storm surge. A major hurricane could cripple transportation, power, and water systems, with cascading effects lasting weeks or months. Evacuating millions is a logistical nightmare. We've built our greatest assets in the most dangerous places. Preparing these cities for inevitable hurricanes is one of the 21st century's biggest challenges. Hurricane Andrew in 1992 exposed catastrophic failures in building practices. Florida responded with some of the world's toughest building codes, stronger roofs, impact-resistant windows, and hurricane straps. Cities are also investing in large-scale defenses, higher seawalls, levees, and even storm surge gates. Elevating new construction above flood levels is now standard in vulnerable zones. In some cases, entire communities are being relocated away from high-risk areas. These changes mark a shift from rebuilding after disaster to proactively engineering resilience. From hurricane straps to surge barriers, we're learning to live with hurricanes, not just survive them. The goal: safer, stronger coastal communities. Natural defenses, wetlands, mangroves, barrier islands, are now recognized as vital storm buffers. Healthy coastal ecosystems absorb and slow storm surge, reducing its height and destructive power. Communities are restoring these habitats, finding them more cost-effective and beneficial than concrete walls. But even the best defenses can be overwhelmed, so evacuation planning is crucial. Tiered evacuations and contraflow traffic help move people out efficiently. True resilience means not just surviving storms, but recovering quickly. It's about informed citizens, strong social networks, and clear communication. Staying safe requires smart engineering, respect for nature, and a prepared public. Today, hurricane forecasting uses satellites, hurricane hunter aircraft, and powerful computer models. Track predictions are now accurate days in advance, but intensity forecasting, especially rapid intensification, remains a challenge. New tools like ocean drones and gliders gather vital data, but technology alone isn't enough. Effective communication is key. People must understand forecasts and act on them. The cone of uncertainty shows where a storm might go, but impacts can reach far beyond it. Complacency is dangerous. Preparedness saves lives. Our safety depends on a partnership, scientists, government, and the public working together. Hurricanes are inevitable, but with vigilance and resilience, we can face the future with confidence.